Alright everybody, get excited, because the day we've all been waiting for is finally here. More magic in Dragonbane, and then also some urban adventures in a city that's kind of fleshed out. The Kickstarter just dropped. Let's take a damn look. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Sacred, and this is the Sacred Art of Gaming, where we enjoy talking about tabletop gaming with an emphasis on solo play. And today, talking about one of my favorites, that being Dragonbane. The Kickstarter just dropped. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm pretty excited. I was initially very excited about just the Book of Magic, but I may have to dive into this Arcan book too. I don't know. Let's take a damn look, shall we? So here is the Kickstarter, and let's take a look at the campaign here. Now, this is actually pretty solid as far as like first 48-hour launch bonuses go. You're getting some additional art based on the cover art for the books. And as we know all too well, the art for Dragonbane is amazing, top tier. So yeah, I mean, if you do love Dragonbane, it looks like you get one or the other. This only applies to physical. So back for a physical reward within 40 hours of launch to get a bonus art print of the cover art of one or the other. So yeah, you do get to choose one or the other. Man, what would I even choose? I love both. And yeah, it's funny because sometimes I joke about the whole duck thing, but even the cover art for the original book with the duck, it's pretty cool, man. And this duck is also cool in a different way. But I also really like that other one. I don't know, that's a tough choice. Let me know in the comments down below, are you team Arcan with the duck or team Book of Magic with this witch with some cool beasts and undead around her? Now, moving on. So here we see Arcan, City of Waves and Flames, and then the Book of Magic. And the projected shipping date for this is April 2026. And this lets you know almost 2 years after the game drops. Yep, we are now getting bigger and better, exploring the winding alleyways of Arcan, and delve deeper into tomes of arcane learnings in the Book of Magic. Offering not one, but two beautiful books, very similar to what they did with Vaesen. And let's go. Some more of that dope art from the Arcan book, and then also from the Demonology book. Have I seen this art before? That might be new. We will get the beta a few months after the Kickstarter ends. Now, starting to get into some of the good stuff here. Unlock Master Akelius. I feel like a lot of the names in this game, dealer's choice for how you can pronounce them. How would you pronounce it? Alright, so if you haven't heard of him, he is the most remarkable man the city has ever known. Folks say he's unlocked the secrets of nature itself and can tame any beast, but he prefers to leave the catching part to others and pays handsomely for it. Who knows what monsters he keeps locked in his dungeons? If unlocked as a stretch goal, you get this sweet 3D mini of him. And it looks like he's going to be in the world as well. And I'm excited for this. This looks really cool. And just everything that can kind of come with this. And then if you want it in Swedish, there you are. The native tongue of the game. Oh man, there's showing them framed. It kind of helps. What would I think is more cool framed? I'm still torn. Alright, so first we're going to talk about Arcan, City of Waves and Flames. So, they've got everything you could possibly want. Some of this stuff took me by surprise, and that's part of why I'm excited for it. Bloody gladiator games with monstrous beasts and late nights of enchanting song? Check. Shady taverns, dark gambling dens, and even darker dungeons? You bet. The world's finest tailors, greatest blacksmiths, and most talented sorcerers. Abso-fucking-lutely. Alright. Buried artifacts from the Draconic Empire, lost pirate treasures, and newly made fortunes ripe for the taking, guaranteed. But tread carefully, Arcan has sharp teeth and you won't be alone in your quest. I love that. I think this is old, I think this is new. When I say old, I think this is actually from the Beast book. And there is page there from the upcoming book. Here's another page, and this has our boy here, Master Akelius. Yeah, man, that's I love that. I love that. And then we have an additional blurb here. From the Citadel of Broken Wings and the Temple of True Fire, high atop Dragon Rock, to the Witless Unicorn Tavern and the Cracked Pearl Gambling Den deep in the slums of the Dung. The city of Arcan pulses with excitement, conflict, rumors, and the promise of adventure, wealth, power, and glory. This book features over a dozen adventure sites spread across 5 districts, along with a number of campaign seeds and even more adventure sites available to be unlocked as stretch goals in the Kickstarter. I think it's safe to assume just about everything that is a stretch goal is probably going to get unlocked. If we're being honest, this Kickstarter is going to go bananas, I'm sure. Some of it is already unlocked, which I'm excited to talk about because one of those I'm pumped for. Player characters will experience a fierce power struggle in the city's underworld, take on the role of demon hunters, and uncover secrets about Arcan's story past that could change the city forever. Arcan, City of Waves and Flames is... okay, yeah, so this kind of breaks down who was written by, who was illustrated by. A lot of these are what they're typically done by. This is really cool art right here. Johann Schoberg, I don't know, and illustrated by Johann Egerkrans and David Brascala. It's like a C plus maybe. Now, with if unlocked as a stretch goal, this book will also include a large separate 432 by 558 millimeter full color map. Who measures like that? God, start using inches like a normal person. Sarcasm. Now, there is a cloth map that can be added as a separate add-on. I don't know that I need the cloth map, but I do want to talk about the maps in general for Dragonbane. The maps for Dragonbane, they do something for me that brings me back to like amusement parks as a kid. And I am finding that that is the ideal map for me. I love that. I love that a lot. I don't need the specifics. I don't need to know exactly every single road and every single tree, and the measurements don't have to be exact. I love the idea of it being abstracted and then also showing some stuff in there that just gets your juices flowing. I don't know if you can see here, but there's like a big crab over here. So like, what's going on over there? There's a mermaid. Looks like there's some shipwrecks and stuff, and this isn't even with it like zoomed in. Like it fills me with wonder. And I think that is like a big part of the world building, for better or for worse, for Dragonbane. On one hand, I love it. I love that passive world building. I do wish there was a little bit more, but these books are adding that. I even looked in the core book because I was like, wait, that can't be true, right? Is there really like no world building? That is true. It's really just the very beginning of the book. Gives you a little blurb, and that's kind of it. Now, I don't like having to do a research paper to play a game and feel like I need to be held to a world, but I do like having a little bit and then being able to build on it. Blades in the Dark does a great job. Forbidden Lands does a great job. Just enough to like really pique your interest and build on it. Now, let's talk about what I'm excited for, or what I was originally excited for. I'm now excited for both. The Book of Magic. Oh, that book looks good. Now, summon a swarm of demonic beetles and send them to attack the targets of your choice. Produce booming disharmonies with your voice or fiddle, causing the enemy to squirm in harmful agony. Counterattack those who threaten you in the form of a roaring bear or even a screeching griffin. Or summon an entire troop of skeletal warriors to obey your every command. There's so much to unpack there to be very excited about. Number one, summoning both undead and also demonic beetles. Number two, the bard is getting some love here. There's like some bard spells. And finally, shapeshifting. Not just to normal animals and creatures, but also griffins. You can shapeshift into a griffin. Counterattack those who threaten you in the form of, I want to make sure, in the form of a roaring bear or even a screeching griffin. So it's not like you're just doing the sound. To me, it sounds like you are shapeshifting. They don't use that word, but that's how it sounds. More magic, new schools of magic, stronger magic. This is what you'll find between the covers of the Book of Magic, adding at least 5 new schools of magic to your Dragonbane game, including Harmonism, so I assume that's for the bard, Demonology, Necromancy, which we saw above there, and then Demonology probably for the beetles, Witchcraft, and Illusionism, as well as new spells for the existing schools of General Magic, which were Animism, Elementalism, and Mentalism. Now, I know a lot of people didn't love how I was kind of down on the magic in Dragonbane, and now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, no wonder I was kind of like, the magic wasn't magical enough for me to overlook some of the things I was annoyed by. And I think that makes sense with Animism, Elementalism, and Mentalism. That does seem kind of meh, but with these, oh man, if you start giving me like Elder Scrolls level like freedom with magic, which is kind of how this sounds, that's going to be amazing. Now, all feature schools of magic come with a wide range of spells, which now come in 5 ranks. Each school is also described with information about their practitioners, station, and reputation in the world, and what kind of spiritus familiaris their members typically summon. So there's world building that's happening here in multiple ways, and I'm really excited about that familiar portion. In addition to that, you'll find insights into where and how you can acquire tutoring in the spells of the schools. I love it. Mark my words, you will see me play a full-on mage when this book drops. If not just digitally, for sure physically. The magic schools and their spells are the focus and main attraction of the Book of Magic. And if this Kickstarter campaign goes well, the list of new schools may grow even longer. Spoiler alert, symbolism. It's already unlocked. You'll see it up ahead. But I want to mention it while it's here. Now, other types of content may also be unlocked as stretch goals. For example, a chapter about magical items. Let's go! Yes! And then it was written by Matthias Johnson Hake and Matthias Lilje, creators of Symbaroum, okay, with Thomas Haronstam. Dragonbane core set. It's co-writer and editor, illustrated by Johan Igor Kranz and David Brascala. I feel like I'm back in elementary school. Alright, really good stuff. So we've kind of gone through the bulk here. They do have the collector's editions. Collector's editions do look nice, but I kind of like the regular ones better. This might be something I look into in the future, but right now, I like the normal books. And they do match. There's your VTT stuff, and then stretch goals. So as you can see, the map has already been unlocked. Symbolism has already been unlocked. Another adventure site has, wow, I don't think this was unlocked the last time I checked, so this changed just in between me looking at it initially and now. Magical items are, don't worry, this will get unlocked for sure. Another adventure site, and then the mini as the top one, which I also am fairly confident this will need to get unlocked. I would even go as far to say is they may need to add more stretch goals. I think this is gonna really do gangbusters for sure. And then they go through tutorials and stuff. These tutorials are actually really good. I learned some good stuff coming. I think it was this one, Combat in Dragonbane. Kind of made me look at things a little differently. Some other videos, none of which are mine. And oh, this is the shipping. This is the shipping, and I think that was probably just showing you. Oh, that was. I see. This was just comparing the prices, like if you wanted to do like a la carte type stuff, just to give you an idea for the add-on prices. My apologies. All right, scrolling. Although I think we're kind of done here. Shipping, and then this is the text-only stuff. All right, cool. Now, all right. So, what are your thoughts? Are you backing the Dragonbane Kickstarter? I'll be honest, I definitely am going to back it, and I'm definitely going to back it in the first 48 hours. It's just a matter of Magic or Arcan as well. I'm kind of leaning towards both right now. I really need to chill with these Kickstarters and stuff, but this feels mandatory for me. Even if it's not just for me, like also for you too. So even if I feel like I kind of want Arcan, I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to want to see Arcan. So that might just be that little extra something I need to push me over the edge. Now, don't forget, as always, if you've enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, do all the fun YouTube things, and I will see you in the next one as we continue to explore the sacred art of gaming together.